This is a process demonstration on how to import a bank statement into Wastedge, eliminating the need for manual data entry of cash receipts off the bank statement. Please note, for demonstration purposes, the information and content within this is fictitious. Please also note that the objective of this demonstration is purely to show the process of how to load the bank statement. For more detailed information, there is a process available on the Wastedge knowledge base which comprehensively details how to set up a AR payment import file, which we'll show you shortly. It also details the data validation rules and, probably more importantly, the rules used to allocate payments. So I'm not going to go into the minute detail via this video now, but the information is available within the Wastedge knowledge base. First and foremost, under Customers, AR Payment, Import, there are two menu items. There's an AR Payment Import, which is the process to actually import the statement, and there's the import file format. So I've got one set up here. Fundamentally, this is the mapping program that maps the statement columns into Wastedge. So as an example, we give it a name, could give it a description. If there's multiple branches within your organization, you can have different statement imports related to different branches, i.e. if different banks are used and different statement formats exist. And then it's a case of actually mapping the columns. So if I have a look at an example statement here, I have the customer number in A, column A, posting date in column B, payment type in column C, reference number D, etc. So have a look here, customer in A, posting date B, payment type C, and reference number D, etc. So once again, it's mapping the columns that exist in the bank statement into Wastedge. Also note, in the statement itself, there is certain information that is derived via the statement. As an example, the customer number and the amount to pay. Other dates, such as the posting date, has been entered manually by myself. Payment type I've entered as internet banking. Reference number, internet banking as a reference. And a description of payment, thank you, which is what will display on statement to customer. So there is a wee bit of formatting of the statement into a format loadable into Wastedge. Primarily, it's just taking the customer number and the amount to pay and putting it into a template that you've already made up. If the invoice number is available, that's excellent, but it's not necessary. So once that's set up, the next step is to actually import the payment or the statement. So you'll note here, this is the format of how the import statement file needs to look. It needs to have these headers and they need to be accurately stated. So provide the statement a meaningful description. And then select the file. Where's the right one here? Yeah. Okay, so I've got a couple here that I've already generated or compiled for the demonstration. Please note that for importing purposes, the statement file needs to be in a TXT format. So the statement itself is in a XLS format, XL or CSV, whichever comes from the bank, or whichever you compile the primary document into, and then save it as a TXT file for loading. Okay, I'm going to load this one here and hit the upload button. Now I've purposely entered a incorrect or added an error into this just to show you what it looks like if there is an error in the import statement. So you've got a big red window here saying that errors were detected, and you've also got up here a download errors file. So the download errors file displays what the errors were or are. So here it says in row 90 there's an error and the customer number does not exist, and that's correct because I purposely put an incorrect customer number in. The requirement now is to correct that, so you'd need to go out of that, back out, either delete the record from the statement and address it later, or in this case it's just a customer account number error, so you could find the customer account number, correct it in the import file, resave it as a TXT and import it again. But I do have a file here that is error free. So with a file that has no errors, you will obviously have no error window. That's the information, and the simple process is to import the data. You get a window to say that the import has been completed, and that's fundamentally the process. If we have a look at the batch or the cache posting, payment batch actually, we will see that we have actually, so 20th of the 4th is today. I entered it and there was $16,600 worth of receipts entered via the import, and if you want to you can have a break, go into it. So that's the process.